So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands on the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure that we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. And begin to let go of attending to the environment, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, constraining your awareness just to the body and mind. Beginning to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from those distractions and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, generate a broad and altruistic motivation for your time, thinking of using this time to cultivate and deepen constructive, beneficial ways of thinking and acting, ways that allow oneself to remain connected to a sense of peace and ease, cultivating states of mind that naturally and spontaneously give rise to actions that are beneficial for others. Wanting to reduce and ultimately eliminate the influence of states of mind that are not beneficial, those that agitate and disturb one's own mind, and those that often give rise to actions that cause harm to others. Wanting to engage in this process of genuine inner transformation in order to be of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings. And with that motivation, as we've been contemplating ethical discipline, one of the problematic states of mind that can give rise to a number of the unethical ways of acting is a mind that wishes harm on others, a mind of anger, can motivate many kinds of unethical actions. And so cultivating patience, which is a mind that can remain undisturbed when faced with adversity, a mind that doesn't lash out in anger, can be an important antidote, can prevent many kinds of harmful actions. So if we contemplate the benefits of developing patience, we can recognize that the mind of anger itself is painful. When anger arises in the mind, we ourselves suffer. We lose any sense of calm, even the enjoyment of our surroundings, of our senses. So reflect on times when you have become angry and see if that is true. How does it feel subjectively? It seems powerful, but it's also deeply unpleasant. Contemplate how subduing the mind of anger will lead to fewer obstacles in our relationships. Being able to navigate adversity with a calm, rational mind. Think of the regrets that anger has given rise to in the past, and imagine a life without those regrets. We should view this mental state as one that robs us of our peace, our happiness, one that causes others to appear as the enemy. In each moment of anger deepens a familiarity with responding to adversity with anger, making it more and more likely that we will turn to that response again and again. If we feel as though we are being harmed, and anger might arise as a result, we should practice the training of recognizing that the person who we think of as harming us is themselves suffering. In that moment, they are overwhelmed with negativity. And just like we cause harm when we are overwhelmed with negativity, even though later we regret having acted in that way, they find themselves unable to act differently, and so are objects of compassion. So imagine a time when you did respond with anger to what seemed like a harm, and try to practice wanting to benefit that person who's suffering. Anger can often arise even in relation to someone just saying something unkind. So recall a time when someone did say something disagreeable, something insulting, and try to analyze if any harm was actually received. Try to investigate what actually harmed you and how you were actually harmed. Try to recognize how the feeling of being harmed is something that exists only in the mind. It's just interpretation, a mental fabrication. The nature of our mind, its intrinsic nature is still clear light, completely pure and unstained, and our potential for enlightenment is still fully intact. And since no real harm was received, there is no basis for anger. And the arising of anger is what could harm us. So here, try to cultivate fortitude, looking at these difficult situations as opportunities to grow one's love and one's compassion. Recognizing that one's own goal of spiritual growth and development depends upon meeting with these sorts of difficulties and transforming them into the path, overcoming the habit of responding with anger. Try to cultivate the mind that sees benefit in being challenged in this way and responding appropriately. And when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in the mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve this state of enlightenment in order to work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.